Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage, where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is 5 easy ways to boost your savings. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. So we would all love to have more savings, whether it's a pot of money for a holiday or for a new car or maybe longer term goals. It would be lovely to be able to have that. This video will show you 5 ways to easily help you to kind of boost your savings rate as well. Now, the first thing that you should do before you even think about saving is to make sure that you have a budget in place. Now, I'm not going to go over how to make a budget or anything like that in this video, but a budget helps you to make the decision about where your money is going. I'll leave a link below to my latest Budget With Me video. It shows you how I do our budget and how it looks on paper. Your budget then gives you the tools to say, I'm going to save this much a month and where that savings might go. You also need to think about the type of savings. So is it savings into a sinking fund? Is it savings into an emergency fund? Is it savings for like a holiday or a car? Is it for longer term savings, maybe 10, 20 years time? You need to ensure that you know what you're saving for, you know what your aim is, and also think about where you're keeping these savings. So tip number 1 is to have a savings section in your budget. One of the easiest ways to help you aim for something is actually to write it down, because you are much more likely to achieve that aim if you've written it down, whether that's on paper, in an app, somewhere that reminds you that you're aiming for that. And having a savings section in your budget will help you to achieve that. Again, if you watch my latest budget video, you'll see that I have a section for savings and investments in our budget, and I have the same savings aim every month. I'll leave a link below to the zero-based budget method. This shows you how to kind of incorporate savings as a bill. If you treat it as a bill that needs to be paid every month like you would other ones, then it is easier, and so by having a savings section in your budget from the start will help you to achieve that by just reminding yourself that savings is an aim and should be thought about every single month. Number 2 is to save all of your loose change. Now, this is easier if you use the cash envelope system like I do, and I'll leave a link below to my last cash envelope stuffing video. But if you save all your loose change in a pot, it can add up really quickly. So you know, all the 1p's, 2p's, 5p's, 10p's, the annoying bits of change that kind of just sit there, they don't get spent that often, pop them into a pot, and that can be anything. So mine is a old coffee jar, washed out, you know, and then not recycled, and it just sits on the side, and every so often I just empty all the change into that. And then maybe every month or 2 months, then take all that money and put it into your savings account. Some banks have a machine where you can just pour all your loose change in and it will count it for you and pay that into whichever account you want it to go in. Or you might have to sit and count it into, you know, like the little plastic money bags that banks have. Either way, you might need to count it or pay it in that way. But whichever method you need to do, all that loose change does add up, and pay that into your savings account every month or every other month. And you can do that electronically as well. So instead of saving loose change in a pot, go onto your online banking and transfer over the tiny bit of change that's left in your bank account. I call this the account tidy. I'll leave a blog post link below about that, because again, this can add up really quickly over time. So for example, if you had £213.41 in your current account, transfer over the £3.41, so essentially the loose change, if you like, and do that every day for a month and see where that gets you. But either way, loose change, just those little bits and pieces that don't really get spent, don't really help, save those, and over time that really does add up to a lot, especially if you combine both methods. So save your loose change like your physical cash, and also do that online, and combine the two will add it really quickly, surprisingly quickly, considering it might not seem like a lot. Number 3 is to put put your savings into an account that is hard to access. If you're anything like me, sometimes it can be tempting if you can see your savings account and you know that you can immediately access that money by just entering a few things on online banking and it just comes into your current account. If you really want to, this might be a better idea for your long-term savings, but having it in an account that is hard to access, i.e. it takes time to get the money from one account to the next, will be better for your savings, especially if it's something that you don't intend to touch for years. Your emergency fund needs to be an instant access account because if you need to use that, you need to use it instantly. It's an emergency fund, is what it's there for. Longer term savings need to be put somewhere where you can't access them quickly. If you can't access them quickly, you can't spend your savings quickly, and that is a method that over time makes you think more about the impulsiveness of just transferring over that money if you see something that you might like to buy. If you put it in an account that you can't easily access, that opportunity is not as easily accessible to you because your money is not as easily accessible. Have a look for a high yield savings account, probably with a different bank to what you bank with. Money Saving Expert has lots of guidance on the best savings accounts to use, but have it somewhere where you can't get at. That makes it really difficult to spend your savings, and also the offset of that is that it does help to boost them because you're not spending them. Number 4 is to automate it. So I've recently read a book called I Will Teach You to Be Rich, and his entire method is based around automating every single part of his life, not just his finances, but it does link to finances. Now if you automate this, if you set up a direct debit to your savings account once a month and just leave it to it, this will boost your savings without you even having to think about it, because it's automatically done. You've set it up, maybe you set it to go out on payday or maybe the first of the month. If you automate that and set it up as a direct debit, and then you can even forget about it because it will do it for you automatically, and that will boost your savings quite dramatically over time. Especially if you combine it with a direct debit to this hard to access savings account, then the two combined there will definitely boost your savings over the short and the long term. Number 5, now this is one that I do, is to do regular savings challenges. So I'll leave a link below. This year I'm doing the £5 saving challenge, and I'll leave a link below to the original video and then my 6 months update on that. But doing regular savings challenges really does help to boost your savings, and there are so many around. So I'm doing the £5 one. There's like the 52-week savings challenge, there's the £2 coin savings challenge. Anything that you can kind of do on a weekly basis will really help your budget over time and boost your savings that much more. So finding different savings challenges, especially ones that kind of come with some kind of visual that you can tick off or highlight or colour in. I've got a savings tracker in my budget planner that I like colouring in once I've transferred some money over to savings. I'm quite a visual person in the sense that I like to see that complete. But lots of different savings challenges are out there. If you just Google savings challenges, there are so many different things to choose from. Like I said, I'll leave a link below to the one that I'm currently doing. But if you can find savings challenges and even do more than one, so combine them, that is a really quick and easy way of boosting your savings. Especially if you do multiple ones for say 12 months, the combination of all of that will definitely boost your savings over the year. So there you go, there are 5 easy ways to boost your savings, and if you do all 5 and combine them, you will see a massive change in your savings rate and the amount that you are able to save. One of the easiest ways for me to see how much I can save is by doing the budget planner and seeing where all of our money goes, and then you can make cutbacks in the places where you think you're overspending money and send that difference to savings. Like I said, I'll leave links below to different things for you to watch if you want to find out more about that. Thanks as always for watching. I hope you're all doing okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.